Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to another First Play on launch day. Well, it's actually the day after launch day. This game came out last night, I know, while I was working at my new job. One reason I'm not uploading and doing live streams as much as I was is because I have started a new job, guys. I've been doing this about 3-4 weeks now, something like that. But anyway, this is a game called Mazania. And it says solve gigantic mazes on epic music. So it is by a developer called 15 Minutes or Less Incorporated. And if we look, we see it as their first title on Steam. And when I look at this, guys, I mean, the graphics look pretty impressive for a maze game. And I've always enjoyed mazes. I know when I was a kid, I loved doing the mazes they would give us in school, and we would, draw lines to get through them and stuff like that. And I probably would have dreamed of, a game like this. But now, in the year 2019, I look at a game like this, even with the fancy 3D graphics, and I'm going, really? Is that all? And the reason I say that, guys, is because, as you see, I haven't played the game at all yet. I'm just looking at the trailer. The game comes in at a staggering $13.99. It is 25% off its first week. But a $14 game where there's nothing to kill, there's no objects to collect, no coins, nothing except solving bigger and bigger mazes. $14? I don't know, guys. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I'm gonna say right now that this is gonna be one of those things where I may be like, you've way overpriced your game. Unless you want to add a lot of content, unless you want to add some RPG elements or fighting or mobs or something like that. I mean, just because you have birds circling above you doesn't warrant a $14 price tag. But when you look at stuff like that, I mean, that looks like a pretty epic maze right there. So we're going to find out if Mazania is worth your $13.99 and give it its first review here on Steam. As you see, it has no reviews right now. And we'll be back to check out Mazania and give you my score right after this. Alright everybody, welcome back to Mazania, and I've just launched the game and it does come up with a standard Unity, interest screen. There's not a Unity launcher, unlike a lot of these Unity games. So here we go, guys. We have an option here to just do quick play, we can do custom, we can go into levels. Oh, so that's kind of cool. We can choose how big of a maze we want to go with right off the bat. I do like that. I mean, I like the looks of it. I mean, I don't mind the, non-textured mountains and stuff like that in the background. For $14 though, from the screen, I would think that they would want to have some actually good-looking mountains and maybe trees and stuff like that in the background. But then again, the more of that kind of stuff you put in a game like this, the slower it's going to run, the less optimized it would be. I'm just saying it would look kind of nice to see something besides just non-textured green hills in the background. But no options yet at all, so you can't change the volume of the music or anything like that. Remember, this game is in early access, everybody. Let's just go ahead and go into quick play and see what that's all about. This is a fun game, so have fun. Okay, so the developer telling us that this is a fun game right off the bat. That seems a little bit awkward. It's like he's trying to sell us the game, and it almost feels like the developer is saying, hey, this is a fun game, please don't refund it. This avatar here that he got on Unity is a little bit weird. I've never seen this particular avatar, I don't think, but the animations are a little bit weird. Alright, so we have a maze here. We can go left or right here, it looks like. My first attempt at beating a maze here in Mesa, whatever this game's called. Okay, I just want to jump up there, man. That's all I want to do. Okay, how do I grab the edge? Hello? Okay, I can't get up on this ledge. Like, what the heck, man? There we go. You have to just double hit the space bar to jump higher. Okay. Come on. Yeah, some of this randomization on the height and stuff like that is a little bit crazy. Like, it feels like everything, like the game just... Yeah, I mean, this isn't the kind of quality you would expect from a $14 game here. The animations, the randomness and the height and everything like that, in the you know, how steep some of these hills are and stuff like that, is a little bit awkward. And I saw in the trailer we're just looking for, you know, that light, and that shows you that you beat the level. So I just feel like in the year 2019, people are going to want more out of a game than just running through a maze without... Like, I feel like we should be able to, like, I don't know, defeat monsters, and from the monsters we get a few breadcrumbs. And then with the breadcrumbs you can, you know, leave a trail for yourself or something. That would be kind of cool. Something to help you progress through these mazes, and maybe you can save up the breadcrumbs for, you know, more difficult mazes later on or whatever. But just running through these mazes, especially with the lackluster animations and everything in this game, I'm not exactly feeling like this is $14 well spent. I mean, even $10.50 on sale, and there's motion blur and everything like that in the game right now. Like, I hate motion blur. Okay, so that's a dead end. The birds look a little bit weird. I'm just saying, it looks like they're animated way too fast. And it also looks like they're kind of bouncing off the wall and stuff. It's just not a quality, and like right here, how do I get back out? I'm never going to be able to get up that... I'm never going to be able to get up here, guys. It's way too high. Like, how the hell am I ever going to get up that? Yeah, see? No, guys. I like what the developer's trying to do here, but for $14, these animations have to be fixed. This height, completely random height stuff. What the hell's going on now? Oh, there it is. I got turned around. I got turned around with all this motion blur and crap. Yeah, the mouse sensitivity, we definitely need a mouse sensitivity, because I feel like the mouse sensitivity is way too high in this game. Those options need to be opened up really quickly. I can't get back up. This is a dead end if I go this way, guys. And I can't get back up to go back. So, is there a way to fly or something? E, space, enter. I don't see any kind of way to fly or anything. Right mouse button, left mouse button, middle mouse button does nothing. Space, it just jumps. Control shift, tab, QE, nothing. Yeah, E, F, D, G. There's just no way to get back out, guys. So I'm already broke. So I guess I can hit escape and, you know, go back to the menu. But I mean, if we go into a 2x3 maze and we just start a really simple maze here. What the hell? Why am I starting outside the maze? Okay, yeah, this game is way too buggy. Way too buggy. As we saw, walls just formed. Like, I spawned and I'm outside of this whole maze complex. I can't even get back in. So this game is completely broken. I feel like this is a I feel like this guy probably just grabbed some asset kit or something like that, or followed some tutorial and just put this up without a lot of effort, because it's really broken. And he might have developed this whole game himself, and he might have found some kind of procedurally generated... I feel like the developer might have made this himself, but he found some kind of procedural maze generation script somewhere online and just kind of implemented that into his game. But I feel like there's not a whole lot of effort put in here, guys. I mean, I'm on the... I spawned a custom 2x3 maze First of all, that looks like a hell of a lot bigger than a 2x3 construction there. There's a lot of things I'd like to see for $14. I'd like to see some kind of way to get like breadcrumbs, so you can leave breadcrumbs for yourself in higher, more difficult mazes as you play. Some kind of a scoring system, you know? Maybe some kind of a way to fight mobs, even if it's turn-based combat, or some kind of thing to keep you playing the game. It's just way too much money for nothing but mazes. But even if it was just mazes, as the developer has put in here, if you're going to have, that looks like 3 floors. Like maybe you should have different floors in the mazes where you have stairs up and down, and you know, you can still make left and right choices, or paths will split off. But there's also, you know, stairs going up and down and stuff as well. That would be a lot better than just this, you know, random height slopes kind of thing. I honestly expected this game to be better than this when I looked at it on the Steam page, guys. I mean, there's no reason in the world why I'm running out in the heels away from the maze at this point. At this point, I mean, really, honestly, I'm looking for the edge of the map to see if I can fall off the edge of the map and fall forever, like we can do in so many of these completely broken games. I don't know how big he made his plane. I'm kind of surprised he made the plane this damn big. But, I mean, I really should go back and play another maze, but I just wanted to see if I could run and jump off the edge of the map, just out of curiosity. Alright guys, so we came back here. I did try to run and jump off the edge of the map, but his plane that he set this maze on is really, really big, so I'm sure I could have got to the edge of the map at some point and jumped off, but I didn't want to spend an hour running across these randomized slopes here in this game. But yeah, I mean, let's try again. Let's try go to 2x4. I can't even choose a 2x4 because I haven't beat a 2x3 yet. Okay, so this time we actually spawned inside the maze. I don't know what happened the last time where I somehow spawned outside and everything was kind of, the maze was teleporting around me or something. But anyway, I wound up on the outside of the damn maze and we saw what happened. So, I mean, you start small. This is the light you're looking for. Congratulations, you made it. And okay, so now it just respawns me back in another maze. Okay. Yeah, this game is, you know, I thought it looked like it might score kind of low just because of the high price tag on this game, but this game's a lot buggier than I thought it would be, to be honest. So, I'm not really impressed with this developer. I think he needs to add a lot more for the $14. And like I say, breadcrumbs would be a good idea. Now that I beat 2x3, can I go to 2x4? Yeah, see, I mean, if I beat the 2x3 maze, I should have an option to come into a bigger maze, but I can't. So, I don't know what that's about either. Like, it doesn't open up the next bigger maze if I beat a 2x3. And I just beat it twice, so yeah, I'm not real happy with the game here. And all you can really do is go into quick play, and now it's a 2x3 maze again. I mean, you can't charge $14 just because you found some kind of a procedural, you know, random maze generation script for Unity. I still feel like this is something he bought on the Unity Asset Store, guys. And maybe he bought this, you know, this model separately or whatever. Maybe he changed the textures of the maze to look a little bit different. I don't know. But what I'm feeling here, guys, is very little effort by the developer and an attempt to squeeze way more out of this game than it's worth. I mean, putting breadcrumbs in the game to, you know, to help you keep your path in bigger mazes later on, I feel like it's just something this developer won't even consider, because I think that's way too much work. To put in any kind of combat or monsters or any kind of threat or bats chasing you or anything to make the game more fun, I feel like it's also something the developer will never do in this game, because I feel like he doesn't care about trying to make a fun game. He's just trying to make a quick buck with as little effort as possible. And when I get that kind of a feeling, guys, you're usually looking at a M.I.S.S game. Maggot infested stinky shit. while this isn't a absolutely terrible game and it's not the worst game I've ever seen, I'm going to go ahead and score it now, guys. Value at $13.99. Remember, I always base a game based on not what I pay the first week I buy it, but the asking price for the game without a sale. And at $13.99 for this, the value is horrible. I feel like the average person is probably going to play this game less than an hour. And with all the bugs and the inability to jump up some of these randomized height slopes and stuff like that, no. Most people will probably end up refunding this game. Even if it was like $1.99, they'd probably get a lot of refunds. But at $13.99, guys, the value is just not here at all. I can't even give it 1 point on value. This is terrible for $14. 0 for value. Next criteria, guys, is how much fun is the game? Well, it's not really that much fun because I feel like there's more battling bugs and working around bugs in the game than there is actual fun to be had. Like I say, I feel like there's more bugs in the game than there is fun to be had in this game. Stuff like this right here, it's nonsense. There's no reason that I should have to go back and, try to spam my mouse button. I mean, that just looks terrible. No. The game's just not fun, guys. And and then it just respawns you. It says a 2x3 maze every time. But custom game name size. Oh, you can enter your own size here. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, there's an 8x8. I guess that's one way to kind of get around. Like I say, trying to work around the bugs in this game and get what you want is, definitely not fun. But fun for this game out of 30 points, guys. I'm going to give this a really low score, especially with all the weird-looking animations and no ability to fight anything or have any kind of combat or meaningful interactions or bread trails to leave to help you out later on. No quests, no coins, no nothing. No. And then trying to get up stuff like this. How is that fun? I mean, I don't even think I can get up there. If this is the right path, how do I even get up there? This is terrible. So fun, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and give this game out of 30 points for fun. I'll be generous here, and I'm going to go ahead and give it 5. That's probably really generous. Next criteria, guys, is controls and bugs. Well, I mean, you can use WASD or the arrow keys to move around, space to jump, but the animations look really gaudy and awkward. Your character can clip through the walls. We've seen how I tried to create a 2x3 maze and I wound up on the outside of it. But I would say the biggest bug here in the game, guys, is the fact that some of these slopes and some of these blocks are way too high to get up. So that is a game-breaking bug right there. Considering all the weird-looking animations, the fact that the maze sometimes spawns you outside of the maze, birds are clipping through walls, you clip through walls, your animations are horrid. But mainly the game-breaking bug here where you can't even get up. See, what was that? I just clipped right through. Like, what is this light here? Yeah, I mean, there's just so many bugs in this game, guys. I can't give this game 1 point here in controls and bugs. Even though the controls work, this is just god-awful. Controls and bugs, guys, is a 0. And the next criteria is graphics and sound. Well, see what I mean? Look at that. Like, what happened there? This is terrible. Graphics and sound, the textures are okay. I guess the Unity asset he bought for your character is alright. But this is really bad, guys. The music is fine, but controls and bugs, guys, I'm going to give, I mean, not controls and bugs, but graphics and sound. I like what he's trying to do here. The graphics look pretty nice, but with all the bugs and the tearing and that's really not a great texture when you look at it up close. It's just a really stretched texture for rock, and I mean, you can't say this is good graphics here. That's just a default Unity grass terrain. There's nothing there to write home about when you look at the game from the main menu. This is not good graphics here. The best looking part of the whole game is right here when you look at the different heights of this maze. But guys, for graphics and sound, just because the music is pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 3. But if you add that all up, guys, a 0 for value. I said 5 for fun. I said 0 for controls and bugs, and I said 3 for graphics and sound. Mazania gets a uninspiring 8% score. Guys, anytime a game gets less than a 10% or less, it does end up making my maggot-infested stinky shit. So this is yet another maggot-infested stinky shit game. I don't even know what we're up to now. I think we're up to like 57 or something. But I really expected this game to do better than making a miss when I looked at it in the trailer, even with a high price tag. But with a high price tag and what you're getting here, guys, I have to do it. I mean, I sometimes I give games more points. I know one of the last games I think I got that it was a puzzle game, and I gave it 5 extra points for being such a good value, being like a really good puzzle game that should have been priced at like $6-7, and it was only like $2.99 or something, $3.99, whatever. It was a fantastic value, so I gave the developer 5 extra bonus points. Mazania, because it's such a terrible value at $14 for what the developer is delivering here, I'm gonna subtract 5% for being a terrible value on Mazania. You subtract 5% from the 8% score that I gave it, you wind up with Mazania getting a 3% overall score. An absolute terrible game, an absolute terrible value. That's the worst part of it, is $14 for this. This game wouldn't be worth 99 cents, not in its current state. It's just way too buggy. I mean, the best part of this whole game is right here at the main menu, where you can kind of take an overview look of the maze, and you can see where the winning point is. But if this game had a lot of work, it'd probably be worth like $6 or $7. But you'd have to do a whole lot to this game to make it worth 14. But no way is it worth $14. Shame, shame, shame on the developer. 3% is my score, and maggot-infested stinky shit, whatever it is now, 57, I think. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Did this video inspire you to go buy Mazania, or do you agree with me that 3% is about what it deserves? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxtorian tonight. Take care.